You know what's actually crazy is the fact that once you get jacked or you get in really, really good shape, better shape than 99% of people, which I don't believe is hard to get, you become a villain in a lot of people's stories. And this isn't me like dramatizing this or making it something that's way more than it should be. Like, it genuinely happens. And a lot of people who've gotten to that point will probably tell you that in the comments too, where it's like, you get to a certain level, you're essentially a walking billboard, and you walk around and you also are a walking mirror, and you're just flashing other people's desires at them, right? Other people's misfortunes in terms of like getting in shape and not being able to do it because they got lazy or because they just completely gave up. Like, you're just flashing that right in their face every time you walk around, every time you wear a nice shirt, every time you look very simple, but for some reason you look stylish at the same time, right? All of these different things. Every time you look powerful, you look like somebody who takes up space in the room, when in reality you're just chilling, but because of how superimposing your physique is, you start to take up space. They're going to see that and they're going to start making jokes. They're going to start to like actually make you feel bad about getting in shape. They're always going to say, oh, you put in too much work, or you did this, or you did that, or, oh, bro, you're on steroids. What steroids are you taking? That's a big one. What steroids are you taking? They have to villainize you. They have to, because that's the only way that they can make it make sense in their brain to how you actually got to where you got to. The only way they can do that is by negatively associating you with something. They have to. I'm telling you this right now. I personally don't think I have like a crazy physique like that. Like, I really don't. I think I have obviously top 1% for sure, but like, it's not something that I necessarily thought of was like this crazy thing until I remember somebody sent me a few Reddit posts. People were making dedicated Reddit posts about my physique and how I'm lying and that I'm taking steroids. Anybody who knows, I've never touched a steroid in my whole life. Have I thought about it before? Yes, when I was bodybuilding and they made it sound cool. I actually almost considered it. Never did it though. Never. But I just got to a point where I was like, whoa, like, I'm a villain in these people. I'm literally living in their heads rent free. Like, I'll make a post, like my getting jacked will change your life post, and even other videos about getting jacked blow up. And it's like, because this is something that people go through. People go through this understanding of the social dynamics that occur once they finally get in shape. Not many people are talking about it. Now they're starting to. But I was probably the first person to really discuss that type of stuff, right? So it's like, when you get to a certain point, you're just going to have to be the villain in other people's story, and it's going to have to be okay. You're going to have to take it, and you're going to have to smile. And I always say this, become the villain. Enjoy being the villain. Because when you study villains, I've always been interested in villains. I've always gravitated towards the villains. Like the Joker. I love the Joker story. I love Bane's story. I love all these guys who are basically just like crazy, but they also like are painted as the bad guys, when in reality, they might be the most authentic people. They might be the people who are just trying to shine a light on society and showing you what the troubles are, what the negatives are in society. And so I look at getting jacked as like, you become a villain in a lot of people's stories, where a lot of people have to basically paint you as the bad guy. They have to paint you as the guy who's super obsessed with fitness, even though, I mean, bro, there's 3 to 4 times a week. You don't need to go to the gym every single day. I don't go to the gym every single day. I do kickboxing. You just have to eat whole foods. You have to be in a caloric deficit if you want to lose fat. You have to make sure that you're doing these different protocols. Yes, but it's not too time consuming. But they want to make it seem like it's your whole life. And they want to make it seem like you're making it your personality when you're not. You're just walking around being yourself, and your physique is just speaking to them. You don't even have to say anything. This will speak to them. That's what's crazy. It'll literally just talk, and they'll be talking back at it. Oh, bro, you're on steroids out of nowhere, bro. Have you ever experienced this? If you feel like you're in like really, really good shape to the point where like, you know, if you're in really, really good shape, you get compliments a lot. People start to mention it a lot. Have you noticed that like unannounced or like unrequested, people will start to just make comments at your physique? You know why? Because your physique is talking back. Your physique is just talking to them like, yeah, bitch. Yeah, I look like this. Yeah. Yeah, motherfucker, I look like this. That's what I look like now. You wish you could look like this, huh? I know. You've been thinking about that for years. You've been trying to make that decision for years. It took me about 6 months. I got there. What about you? And then the other guy's like, bro, you're taking steroids. You have to be taking steroids. There's no way you look like that. That's what the other guy's saying. And you're sitting there and you were just enjoying some food and just out of nowhere, right? Unprovoked. The person's just yelling at you like that and trying to make jokes and trying to belittle you. You look, you're like, yo, bro, like you could do this too. It doesn't take long. I just put in the work. You've been too busy eating brunches and you've been too busy like BSing. You've been too busy not consuming the foods you want to eat that you need to eat to get to the physique that you need to get to. You haven't been going to the gym. You've been playing PS5, waiting for GTA 6 to come out so that you can build your character on a video game. Again, I'm not against video games. Fuck it. If you want to play video games, play video games. It doesn't really matter. I know people who made millions of dollars and they play video games. It does not fucking matter. But the truth is, people want to build that, but they don't want to build their physique. So when you go out and you start moving around, you'll get unprovoked comments like that. You'll get unprovoked comments like, oh, yeah, you think, like women will be like, oh, you think you're all that, huh? Bro, because your body's just talking to them. You don't even have to say anything. That's what blows my mind. You don't have to say a word. And women will just be like, oh, yeah, you think you're all that, huh? You just cocky. You're over here narcissistic. Why? Because your body's like, yeah, I did this. I did this in 6 months. I made this happen. What'd you do? Calling out insecurities. Your body's doing it. Your body's the villain. You're not even the villain, bro. Look, I might have to rename this. Your physique is the villain. But in reality, it makes you the villain because obviously you're associated with that. And you just get hated on, bro. Like you get, like even to guys who are insecure, like, and they can't grow or they can't build. Like me even saying jacked for some reason gets so many, this is why I keep saying it. I don't use this in my regular tone, by the way. Like whenever I'm walking around, I don't say, hey guys, I'm jacked. Like, oh yeah, I'm super jacked. I don't talk like that. That shit's corny as fuck. But the truth is, for some reason, it rings a bell. See, I'm a marketer by heart, right? Obviously, I want to give out good information, and I do. But I'm also a marketer. You guys don't understand this. So when I listen to the comments and when I see people get so riled up by the word, oh, bro, you're not jacked. Oh, bro, you're not jacked. What are you talking about, bro? And I see all these like weird gym bros and shit. I just want to piss them off. So I use the word jacked so people will be like, bro, you're not jacked. Increase the engagement. Cool, done, right? But truth is, I don't really care because it's not my personality. Never was, never will be. At a certain point in time it was. When I was in college and obviously I didn't have much going for me as like really, like besides, yeah, maybe business and a job and stuff like a small little side business. But like I made it my whole personality because it was cool at that time. Now, bro, I'm 27. There's no reason for me to make this shit my personality. If this is my personality, I failed in life, right? My personality is I create really good content online. I build businesses, different businesses. Now I'm really just focused on internet businesses because they're fun to do and they scale. And well, I live in Romania, so I can't be doing physical businesses here yet, right? Just clearances and stuff need to happen. But like, you get the point. It's not my personality. So when I use the word jacked, it's just to piss people off because people start to say like, bro, you're not even jacked, bro. You're just like, you look good, but you're not jacked. I'm like, thank you. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, Billy. And it's always people who literally never post their physique online, but they have so much to say about other people. So again, you become the villain and it's okay. You have to laugh at it. You're the Joker. Great. I'm just the Joker. I'm over here just laughing with you. Yeah, you're right, bro. But what about you? Where are you at? So you have to understand this. Like, building a physique is fun because you just fuck with people in real time. Like, you walk around and you just mentally fuck with people because they're just like, how does he look like that? What does he take? Because they always say this. I'm not just making this up. Like, you could probably find a Reddit post of them saying whether I'm natty or not. If you think I'm on steroids, you're on crack cocaine. You're a crack baby back in the 80s. Because there's no way that you can look at me, look at my insertions, look at the fact that I'm not super vascular unless I'm pumped in the gym. I don't walk around with a bunch of veins. I don't have crazy delts that are popping out that look unnatural. I don't even have a fully developed upper chest for a reason because I do kickboxing. I have a six pack. That's it. I'm not overly too big. I'm probably like 208 right now. I'm 6'3", 6'2", sorry, for the people who are like, bro, you're not even 6'3". Okay, I'm 6'2", sorry. I'm 6'2". My acne's finally going away, so like it wasn't that. It was just I was eating a bunch of bullshit. But my acne's going away. Looks better now, right? So I don't have crazy like chest acne everywhere. This is just chest hair. And like I have some back scars and stuff like that from like when I was young, because I used to have a lot of acne when I was young. I don't have anything. So how? How do you even think that this man is on stage? Like, I don't get it. So that's what I'm saying. I'm going back to the point because I'm veering off with you guys right now. The reality is when you start to move with confidence, because obviously once you get jacked, you become confident, right? And again, I get it. Not everyone's like, oh, I don't want to be jacked. I just want to be in shape. Bro, here's the reality. You will never get too jacked. You will never get too big. You'll never get too muscular. That is a fucking psyop, bro. You won't do it. You'll get big enough. You'll get strong enough. You'll get shredded enough. Oh, I don't want to get too lean, bro. You're not. You're not. Oh, girls don't like when you're too lean like the guys, the bodybuilder. Do you know how much dedication that takes? If I was still bodybuilding, I'd be disrespected. Because the amount of dedication it took for me to get down to 5% body fat, like paper thin, I felt like shit. It's not even natural to get to that point. You have to push your body so hard that it gets below its natural state. And you feel like shit every single day. That's not the point. Even taking steroids, like you have to take the steroids, then you have to also train hard because you have to go harder now because your body's demanding it because you have super physiological performance now. So you have to be constantly in the gym. You have to be eating like a fucking cow every single day. It is hard. So no, you're not going to accidentally look like them. You will just look really good to the populace, to the population, which is great because that's the goal. That's what we want. We just want to look good next to other people. I know, vanity, right? Oh, I'm doing it for my health. I'm doing it. Let me be the villain in your story. That's complete and utter bullshit. I'm doing it for my general health. No, you're not, bro. You're doing it because you already know that your wife is not sleeping with you anymore, and she's already making sly comments about your weight. She's already telling you that you need to start losing weight, or she's telling you, hey, why don't you go back to the gym? You're not having as much sex as you wanted to. Actually, you may not be having it at all, right? You can't get up anymore. Those are the reasons why you might want to go into the gym. Or you're walking around with your friends. Your friends are literally not even paying attention to you. You're literally the last person to get called for anything. You're the person who nobody remembers. You're the person who nobody respects. You go into a business meeting. Nobody cares about what you have to say. Nobody takes you seriously whatsoever. That's why you're going to the gym. That's why you want to get jacked, because you want the respect. You want the sex appeal with your wife or your significant other or your girlfriend or the girl that you talk to at the bar. You want that type of stuff. Let me be the villain in your story and tell you that's what you want. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying in the comments. Stop trying to make it seem like it's this altruistic, I want to do this because I want to live. Now, if you're in your 60s and 70s, I get it. But I've seen my audience demographics. Most of you motherfuckers. If I'm 25, I'm 27. What the fuck do I care about living long right now? I haven't accomplished shit. Like, I don't care about living long right now because I'm on life's edge. I'm taking risks all of the time. I'm here to accomplish big things. I'm not here to just live long and just live in this little box. I want to crash my health at a certain point. I want to push the boundaries. Maybe having sleepless, I had that, right? And then I recover back, right? And now everything's clear and I don't have all these dark circles everywhere and everything. So it's just cyclical. So you stop saying, oh, I just want this for general health. Now, again, if you're in your 60s, you're in your 70s, I get it, right? Makes sense. You've already lived your life. I get it. You just want to just live longer. Yes. But to all you motherfuckers that are like in your 25s, 26s, 27s, 28s, don't do that to yourself. Tap into your primal desires. Tap into like your actual real desires for why you want. This is why I'm saying getting jacked turns you into a villain. Because to even get jacked, you have to tap into those primal desires. Have you noticed that the longevity gurus and the guys who are constantly talking about living longer and this and that and like feeling good, they don't even look like people that you would want to look like. They just look scrawny. They just look like super lean and fragile. Like the guys who tap into their like carnal desires, like, bro, I want this girl to look at me. I want her to want to fuck me before I want to her. Like when you start I know it sounds crazy. When you start thinking like this, it gives you this motivation that's beyond just, I want to feel good. Or where I want to get on sales calls and just intimidate people to the point where they just have to buy from me because I have so much authority and I can dominate a conversation that I can get. Like, bro, do you understand what that does to your psyche when you get in the gym, when you're training? You have to win because it's tied to a carnal desire of making more money. It's tied to the carnal desire of getting more women. These are all carnal desires. But they're all desires that every human has. I don't care who you are. At some point in time, you had and you will continue to have these desires. So it only makes sense for you to use them, become a villain, go for your carnal desires, get them, and then start thinking about living longer. I got jacked before I cared about longevity. Now I'm doing like the little biohacking stuff, like with the coffee. I want to drink coffee with butter, and I want to like do all these little tweaks and changes. I'm taking methylene blue. I'm doing all of these different things now, right? Why? And methylene blue, by the way, is it's literally like, it was like fish cleaner, but for some reason it helps you with your neurological imbalances or your cognitive function. Like it does something. So I'm experimenting with that. But when I was first starting, I could give a shit about that. All I cared about was just, can I get in the best shape of my life so I can pull the girls that I wanted to pull that never looked at me, and I can appear mature so that when I go and I want these internships and I can fill up my suit so guys can look at me so I can actually finally get the jobs, which happened, by the way. I had my first internship with a financial firm. I remember my freshman year. It was a remote thing. But like, this was literally, I looked good. The owner literally said that. I was training him. So that's my point. So it's like, you have to tap into these carnal desires if you want to figure out like how to win at this game of life, and just use your physique. Don't make it your whole personality, guys. I'm just telling you this. It doesn't have to be your personality, but it can be your biggest asset if you allow it to be. You just have to become the villain. You have to let your body speak to other people, intimidate other people. And intimidation doesn't mean like, oh yeah, I'm going to beat you up. But it's like, look at this. Look at what you can become. Like inspirational intimidation, right? Look at what you could become if you just put in the work. If you just ate properly, and if you just went to the gym 3 times a week consistently for 6 months, you might be able to achieve similar things. Like, allow yourself to do that. Allow yourself to be somebody who makes people feel uncomfortable because you're hitting your goals at breakneck speed. By the way, building a successful business, making millions of dollars, you become a villain as well. Because now everyone's like, oh, well, he only cares about money, and he doesn't care about the well-being of everybody else. He's just here to make money. He's so selfish. He's so materialistic. It's the same with getting jacked. It's like, oh, he's just taking steroids, or he's just all about his body. He's narcissistic. Materialistic, narcissistic, right? So there's different ways to go about this. But I'm telling you this right now. Just get jacked. Become the villain. Make people rethink their lives. Have fun with it. And that's all I got for you. That's all you need, right? Obviously, if you're interested, the link will be in the description. If you're interested in working with me one-on-one to build your physique and get in the best shape of your life in 3 to 6 months, I'm here for you. No pressure. No pressure at all. I'm having the time of my life with the guys now. Pause. Pause. But like, no, for real. Like, I'm seeing a lot of results with the guys, and they're enjoying themselves, and they're down 15 pounds in 2 weeks, 11 pounds in 2 weeks. One lost 2% of his body fat percentage in 3 weeks. So I'm having fun doing this. I'm having fun changing people's lives. If you want to be the next one, link will be in the description. I appreciate you, and I'll catch you on the next video.